All right, let's talk about a legend. A proper, honest-to-goodness legend of the silver screen. We're talking about the one, the only Mr. Gary Oldman. Now, when you think of movie villains, a few faces probably pop into your head, don't they? But I'll bet one of them, maybe with a strange haircut or a chilling accent, is Gary Oldman. He's the master of playing the bad guy. It's like he has a special switch he can flip, and suddenly this charming British chap becomes the stuff of nightmares. He doesn't just play a villain, he becomes the villain from the inside out. You can feel the danger just by the way he stands. What makes him so brilliant at it? It's his commitment. Simple as that. He dives headfirst into these roles, and he doesn't come up for air until the director yells, "Cut," for the very last time. He's not just reciting lines, he's building a person, a truly terrible person, but a person nonetheless. You see it in his eyes. There's a spark of madness, a hint of sadness, or just pure, cold evil. He makes you believe that this character has lived a whole life before the movie even started, and it's probably a life you wouldn't want to know too much about for your own safety. It's an incredible thing to watch, really. Now, let's get into the specifics. Two roles come to mind straight away. First, let's jet off to the future with The Fifth Element. Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg is just bonkers, in the best way possible. That plastic hairpiece, that bizarre southern accent makes him absolutely ridiculous, but he's also genuinely menacing. One minute he's choking on a cherry, the next he's blowing up his own employees. That's the genius of Oldman. He can be hilarious and horrifying in the very same scene. He'll make you laugh and then gasp. He's a corporate monster with a flair for the dramatic. Now, The Dark Knight, I know what you're thinking. He played Commissioner Gordon. He was one of the good guys. He was fantastic as Gotham's last honest cop. But that's the point. Casting against type. It showed his incredible range. He could have easily been a Gotham mob boss. But instead, he gave us the moral heart of the trilogy. He brought quiet strength and decency, the perfect anchor against Joker chaos. It proved he could do anything. Back to Zorg for a moment. Fun fact, that plastic headpiece, Oldman hated it. It was hot and uncomfortable under studio lights, but he wore it because it was essential to the look. That's dedication. So, how does he do it? How does he transform so completely for every role? A big part of it is his voice. Just listen to him. His natural speaking voice is very distinguished, very British. But then you hear him as Drexel Spivey in True Romance. That menacing, almost unrecognizable drawl, or as Dracula, a seductive, ancient whisper. Then it erupts into a monstrous roar. He uses his voice like a musical instrument, finding the perfect pitch, finding the perfect accent. It's never just a funny voice. It's the character's soul expressed through sound, and then there's the physical transformation. The man is a chameleon, side by side, Gary Oldman in real life and as Commissioner Gordon. He doesn't just put on a costume, he changes his entire posture. He changes his walk, he changes the way he holds his head. As Stansfield in Leon, he has this twitchy, hunched-over energy. But as Zorg, he's more rigid and theatrical, almost cartoonish. He understands a villain's threat often comes from physical presence. He tailors every movement to make you feel uneasy, big and loud, small and quiet, but he is always, always captivating. Take Stansfield again, that little pill-popping twitch he does before violence. Watch the detail. It's a small thing, but it tells you everything you need to know about this man. It shows he's unhinged. It shows he's unpredictable. Another fantastic fun fact for you all. For Dracula, Oldman worked with a voice coach to lower his voice by an entire octave. He wanted a sound both ancient and unsettling, something that felt like it was coming from the grave itself. And he did it. What truly makes Gary Oldman the greatest screen villain is his ability to make you feel conflicted. You absolutely hate what his characters do. They are cruel, they are ruthless, they are often pure evil, and yet you can't look away. There's a charisma there, a spark of intelligence, a flash of vulnerability that makes them utterly compelling. You find yourself admiring their cunning, you admire their sheer audacity. Even as you're rooting for the hero to take them down, he never plays them as if they think they're the bad guy. In their own minds, they are the heroes of their twisted stories. Zorg believes he is serving the ultimate power of destruction. He sees it as a form of creation. Oldman gets inside their heads. He plays their truth, no matter how warped it is. This gives his villains a psychological depth that most movie baddies lack. They feel like real, complicated individuals, not just obstacles for the protagonist to overcome. He gave us villains with panache. Think of Stansfield's passion for classical music right before he orchestrates a massacre. That juxtaposition of beauty and brutality makes the character chilling and memorable. You don't just watch a Gary Oldman villain, you experience them, and you never, ever forget them. In the end, Gary Oldman is more than just an actor good at playing villains. He is an artist who redefined what a villain could be. He showed us that they could be funny, tragic, brilliant, terrifying. All at once, he elevated the antagonist to a captivating character study. He is a master of disguise, a vocal magician, a fearless performer who commits every fiber of his being to his roles. And that is why, when we talk about the greatest villains in cinema history, the name Gary Oldman will always be at the top of the list. What a talent.